Right, in this tutorial we're going to see how we represent inequalities on a graph. And you'll see in our question here that we have three inequalities which we need to represent on this set of axes here. Okay, well, for each inequality we do three things. We draw the line, okay, for each inequality, but with an equal sign instead of the inequality. We then decide which side of the line is wanted, and our rule of thumb is that we always go below the line if it's a less than, and we go above the line if it's a greater than. If we're not sure, we can always use a point, a relevant point like 0, 0, or in fact any point, to test which side of the line we want. Once we've decided which side we want, we usually shade the unwanted side, unless the question asks you to shade the wanted side. So let's do that for this question. So let's start with x plus y is less than 6. So we're going to draw x plus y equals 6. How do we do that? Well, the easiest thing to do is to see what happens first of all when x is 0. So put a 0 there instead of that, and we get y equals 6. So it goes through this point here. And then we see what happens when y is 0. Well, x is equal to 6. Remember, we're doing equals rather than less than here as we draw the line. And so my line must go through those 2 points there. So let's draw that line. Here, so it goes straight through there. Nice straight line. There it is. Now we need to decide which side we want. Well, there's a less than, so I'm going to reckon we want the bottom left side of it. We could check by looking at this point here, 0, 0. Is 0 plus 0 less than 6? Yes, it is. So that is the side we want. And now I'm going to shade the other side, the unwanted side. Okay, so I'm going to shade it sort of reddish like this. Okay, so I know that the region I want is bottom left of that line. Right, let's look at the next one here. Let's do it in green. Y is greater than x. Now, I hope you know what the line y equals x looks like. It's the classic diagonal from bottom left to top right. So it's this line here. Okay, I want to label my lines. That's y equals x. I didn't actually label my last line, so let's call this one x plus y equals 6. That's better. And what do I want to do? Well, I need to decide which side of y equals x we want. Well, it says y is greater than x, so I'm assuming I want the top left side of the line. Now, I can't check with 0, 0 because that's on the line, so take any other point like that. That's the point 1, 3, y equals 3, x equals 1. Is 3 bigger than 1? Yes, it is. So I do want the top side of this line. So I shade the other side because that's the bit I don't want. Okay, and our region is starting to come together. And finally, let's do it in blue. Let's look at x is greater than 1. This is actually the easiest of the three. X equals 1 is a vertical line through 1. So something like that. There it is. Remember to label it this time. X equals 1. And we want all the points on the right of that because we want x to be greater than 1. So I'm going to shade all the points on the left of it like this because this is my unwanted region. And the beauty of shading the unwanted region is, of course, that the region we actually want in the end is then left in the middle for us to label. And let's label it R as requested. And it's that triangle. So there we go. That's how you do it.